Well, yes, folks. I would say probably, what was it, a year ago, maybe a year and a half, maybe even 2 years ago, I had some video clips that I shared with you in the New York City area, and these public libraries having the gay pride and the transgenders coming in, transgender story hours and such. And if you look at we were talking about this 2 years ago, and look at how far, how much more we see of this now, and how further reaching it is, and targeting our children. Disturbing. And again, we need to really, when you think of what's happening in our schools, we have to get involved and be in our schools and see what's happening, and push back against this evil. I'd like us to take a look, and again, there's another video clip on that particular with Steve Deace program, where he and Daniel Horowitz are going to be discussing what we've seen over the last couple months here with these primaries, and their analysis on some of the results. When you think of why did the voters vote this way? There was a lot of governors that were wholeheartedly for lockdowns and locking their people up, and it doesn't appear that there was any price to be paid. So they have a discussion and a thought on why this has been taking place. So, and again, they're going to be focusing on, right now there's a Senate race here. Chuck Grassley is running for, I believe it's his 8th term. He's a senator, the senior senator in Iowa, and he's held that seat since 1981. And this time around, he may not be a shoo-in. There's a Republican state senator, Jim Carlin, who's running in a primary against Grassley, and Daniel will share a bit on, because Daniel had interviewed him, and Steve Deace heard that interview and said that he hasn't endorsed anyone in several years, I believe, but in this case, what he heard, it might be a time for a change, and Grassley may need to step down. And so they're going to discuss Grassley and some of these primaries that you kind of scratch your head and say, how did that happen? So here, take a look here of the interview where Steve Deace is interviewing Daniel regarding what's been taking place in the primaries and Senator Grassley. Take a look.